Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of Baldur's Gate 3, and as we get started here, a huge early thank you to Marquack, who very, very kindly did a 1,000-bit cheer. Marquack, thank you very, very much. I hope that the day improves as we go forward. We are actually, like, literally right where we left off. I had thought that between episodes I would do a long rest, but then I remembered, wait a second, there's almost always plot and conversation that happens during the long rest. So what we want to do is we want to talk with Dead, but I've always used Gale for that, and there's no particular reason. It's just that he happens to have the amulet that lets him do it. So why don't we just grab from Gale? Yeah, maybe we have to do the long rest now, so let's just do that. All right, let's just ask around. Maybe there's conversations.
Well,
the cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Tower, as Florix confirmed it.
then we know our mission. All roads converge at Moonrise.
Can we trust Floric? You guys, I'm so sorry. Floric, the name Floric doesn't currently ring many bells. We do know that the Raven Guard, like, head of the whatever is there. Whatever, let's just keep going.
I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him.
We might want to, like, ride ahead and let him know that his son looks a little bit different than he remembers. The cult must have some reason for taking your father, but what?
They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate. Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it.
By the way, I need to confess that I was briefly wondering if Marcus, the dude with the literal raven wings, was also Grand Duke Ravengard, just because I didn't know if his first name was Marcus, but no, they're clearly different people. I think Will was in the room when that guy showed up, and they didn't have any sort of exchange with one another. To Moonrise, then. We can't let the Absolute take Grand Duke Ravengard, or anybody, really.
We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
All right, let's have a chat with Halsin. Although we talked to him fairly recently, we just didn't do so tonight.
You wish to speak?
Okay, we already had that conversation with him. Is there anything else you can tell us about how to lift the Shadow Curse?
We must find Thaniel. He's the embodiment of nature's power, but he's just a child. A child who has been trapped in this place for 100 years. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
I know we've asked this, I just want a little refresher.
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
I would really like to ask him specifically about that kid that we played hide and seek with during last episode, because that boy did seem to know something about Thaniel, or at least he got awfully weird about it when we asked.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition.
I have no interest on whether or not he hates me. What do you mean about naive? Like, my character's been out there surviving in the wilderness by herself for presumably a few years now.
Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads?
Kill them. I'm going to get rid of this worm and then get back to my life. I feel like that's what my character would want to do.
That's the obvious option, yes. But consider the alternatives. Just think. How many people have the Mind Flayers infected? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield.
Astarion, weren't you stripped of your free will when you were turned into a vampire? I would have thought that that would have made you a little bit empathetic towards people in that same situation. I won't do it. I won't do it. Evil power, I won't do it.
Power is just a tool. It's people that are good or evil. And even they can be a little bit, I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil.
No.
So much for thinking you had ambition. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
I think it's better if you stay in camp. No, we're gonna go.
Yes? You have news?
Nothing to report yet.
I fear we do not have the luxury of time. Last light has fallen. We alone remain to stop Ketherick from marching on the city.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. Without a mechanic, you might need to get used to a slowly overheating tiefling at your flank.
What'll happen if he can't tune you up in time?
Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that.
Wouldn't it be amazing, and not in a good way, if both Gale and Karlach went up at the same time? Like, the two of them just, like, she goes nuclear and he goes, like, I don't know, anti-nuclear, antimatter explosion, both at the same time. I don't see anything else to do. Alright, let's just auto-select. Full rest.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here. And getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing. Saving those people in the grove.
Well, no, I mean, I think my character enjoyed killing a bunch of goblins, but that's not why she did it. They needed my help. Yeah, I mean, this is sort of like... It doesn't seem like my help did them much good. You know what? Actually, I am going to say this, because think about what just happened. No human being could be this upbeat after everything that happened at Last Light. It doesn't seem like my help did them much good. The cultists caught up with them. Because a lot of them, it's implied, were there at Last Light.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing.
The hurt runs deeper than he's willing to show you.
Just what is it?
The voice of the Absolute. Stronger this time.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility. He needs comfort.
I don't like the "you look terrible" part. And also he's suffering, so I don't feel good about saying that either. I also don't want to have a romance with this guy. My character likes somebody else. Oh, God. I've got like 3 options that I don't like, and then 1 option that I do like, but doesn't seem appropriate for her. Fuck it. Hold him close to you. Hopefully that can... Oh.
It's been a very long time since someone did that. For me.
Hopefully that was friendly compassion and not now we've thrown our romance option off course. You just looked like you needed it. Let's not get weird and proby about it. Besides, isn't this guy like extra dimensional? I'm not sure we know who it was. Like we haven't met them. You just looked like you needed it.
Of course. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through.
Okay, we've done a long rest. I absolutely forgot to check our spells before we did it. But I was pretty happy with our last set of spells, so let's just F5 it. Okay, now... Wait, what? Wait, where's all the bodies? No, what?
These boots have seen everything.
You guys? Let me hit this. So, that's kind of annoying. Like that, this is conceivably reload and use a scroll to speak with dead. Because it seems like a lot of the bodies vanished. Corpse 2 damaged. Well, then again, if all the corpses were too badly damaged, maybe we only can talk to Art Color. I thought we could talk with a bunch of people.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
The flaming fist.
What happened to you?
Darkness. Pain. Thaniel. Have to help. Thaniel.
I'm looking for Thaniel. Where is he?
Shadowfell shifts and changes, but where Thaniel is, always smells of lavender.
And what are you doing here? I think this is our last question. This is either 4 or 5, but I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Investigating. Ketherick Thorn. Rumors of Sharon Gull. Worse than we thought.
Okay, and then what can you tell me about Ketherick Thorn?
He is brutal. Cares for nothing except his daughter.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay, I probably should have skipped the who are you in case there was a follow-up question about his daughter. But let's look at journal. Wait, the Drider can no longer aid us. Whoa. He was a bad guy! We reach the Shadow Cursed Land. We can use Minthara's instrument to summon a creature to guide us to Moonrise Towers, but we need to find the right place to play it. I didn't know that that's what that was. He's like a weird spider monster with like horrible finger legs, and he was traveling with a pack of goblins. Anyway, we did get the protection. We can't do that. We can't do that. And then lift the shadow curse. We learned about Thaniel from Art Culla's corpse. The spirit of the land is trapped in a part of the Shadowfell that smells of lavender. Halsin will want to know.
You wish to speak?
Share what you learned of Thaniel's presence in the Shadowfell, which is, from start to finish, where he is smells like lavender.
Good. This is what we've been lacking. Now there's a chance we can find Thaniel and bring him home. What comes next will prove dangerous. Meet me by the shore outside Last Light. We can do our work there without imperiling others.
I'm leaving now. You don't need to follow me, but come this way. I'm kind of curious where he goes, but I assume he's just going to reach the edge of the map and despawn. So let's go directly to...
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
Wow, you can begin. I already did my part. I would like to know what to expect. I don't think that's an inappropriate question.
Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell, but thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there, alone.
Like, that would be my question. Why alone? Like, why? What do you mean? Shouldn't I come with you?
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me. But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
Defend it, what do you mean? See, I'm going to trust him that, like, me going with him is a bad idea, but what do you mean?
The shadows won't be banished without a fight. Once I open the portal, they'll swarm like carrion birds and try to destroy it. You must not let that happen.
All right, we're gonna go get
Let's
Shadowheart.
begin. Whatever happens, do not attempt to enter the portal, and do not let anything interfere with it. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works.
Oh,
Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force open the jaws of darkness. Make passage for your vessel of light. It's ready. I'll return with Thaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
Really would have liked the option to... Wait. The option to go back to camp and get... I wanted the daylight spell specifically. But for 5 turns? I feel like we can probably do this for 5 turns. Disadvantage for being too dark. We do have a Hearthlight Bomb. I don't feel like I want to use it yet. It's only Alyssa that gets to go. And next up is going to be Wraith, level 7. Wow. But we do have a 90% shot on this guy. And I think that we can even... Well, I don't think it's going to go above 90%. But let's get the highest of high grounds. This is... Okay, this doesn't say anything about it being melee only. It's... Oh, this is where you select it. Okay, for some reason I thought it was melee only. Okay, we have a 95% shot of hitting him. However... Oh, he's got a very low strength, and this is a strength thing. Can he be ensnared? Because isn't he ethereal? Shoved, thrown, or used as an improvised weapon. That doesn't say anything at all about not being ensnared. And I do feel like we covered this in the last episode, but I don't remember it. We're going to do Hunter's Mark on this dude. Then we're going to Ensnaring Strike. Wait, was this... This was a bonus action? I guess it could have been a bonus action, and now it's not. Alright, that didn't even roll. I'm just gonna go... Was he immune for it? Oh, it didn't do it. Okay. I think you have to do it as a bonus action then. Never mind. Sneak attack ranged? We have disadvantage against target. Alright, maybe then we just do a regular shot. I'm gonna move back here. Raz says this fight is actually one of his favorites. Sure, let's go ahead and try to charm the Wraith. Wait, did that person miss or what? Because he shot something. Shadow Crossing. Oh, the portal actually has hit points. Okay, so we need to be especially careful of any sort of ranged attack. Astarion, can you sneak attack this level 7 dude? So Corvus has gotten hit for some strength, but otherwise Shadow Mastiff is over here.
Time to strike.
Lae'zel is over here. It's like you really want to do a cleave, right? I do. So let's do... Sure, let's do... a fainting attack. And then a regular attack. And then an action surge. And then a cleave. It really doesn't give me a percentage likelihood here. And then... I don't think they can bleed. Okay, we'll try to do some more damage on this person. There's some games where you want to like spread out the damage so that everybody takes some, or like lay out a bunch of like damage over times on a lot of different people. And in this game, I think it's more important to like put the killing blow on somebody. That daylight spell really would have helped. Okay, so Corvus is here. Corvus can, like, this is a guaranteed kill, I think. So that is just what we're going to do with Corvus. Gale. So let me just, these guys are resistant to necrotic damage, right? Yeah, necrotic immunity. This guy, that said, has about half of his points, a little bit more than half. Banishment could be pretty cool. Witch Bolt would definitely be cool if we could avoid losing our concentration. Okay, I feel like that's not the necklace that I wanted him to have. And then Magic Missile would be nice because it's guaranteed hits on somebody. What else is really cool is Blur. Not Blur, like a darkness spell. I forgot to do his mage armor. Damn it. And now I feel bad about... Okay. I do not know if the dogs are here, but let's assume that they're somewhere in this circle. We got one of the dogs and killed one of the Harpers. That was a good fireball. And that is his turn, unless we can do something... No, okay.
More foes.
Boy, not having Shadowheart here right now. I'm just going to say right now that if we lose this, we're going to go get Shadowheart for the next attempt. Let's... So, doing a bunch of attacks on this guy is, like, tempting, but then again, we've got so many other guys that we can shoot at. Let's see if we can shoot a fire arrow at these 4 guys. Yeah, if we hit that dude, we hit all 3 of them around him. We've got disadvantage, but screw it. Okay, that feels good. And then with 90%, I can definitely shoot another arrow. Yeah, let's see if we can hit some of the ravens now. I'm going to do another arrow. I'm kind of in the mood for fire arrows. So we shoot that guy. If we shoot him right there, we hit the creeper vine and 2 birds. What's Pentacrush? Kill 5 enemies in a single turn. Okay, that's cool to know. I am also inspired by that. Bonus action. Don't feel like we can throw anything. I can do a hunter's mark, psychic resistance, lightning resistance. We could use a poison. I don't feel like these guys take a lot of poison damage, though. I'm gonna remember to use more poison. And I don't need to use a potion. We could throw a potion. No, we can't. I always do that. We cannot throw a potion. That's an action. They rolled a 15. Well, why don't we have Astarion use shield? Okay, Astarion. I feel like you can still do backstab, sneak attack. It's your second miss in a row, buddy. You gotta work on your aim.
Victory awaits.
Okay, Lae'zel, I gotta say, I kind of like where you are. Why don't we use her bonus action first? We're gonna use Second Wind. Attack 15 hit points. She doesn't have a lot in the way of area attacks. However, she could throw some alchemist fire and have it hit. Oh, look at this. Actually, all 4 guys. That's better than I'd hoped for. I think that's an instant kill on the ravens and some not bad damage on the plant and the dude. Path is interrupted. Lizelle, just throw it up in the air. Path is interrupted is what it says. Yeah, and that's just going to hit her. Is there any place else that we can throw it? I will take reducing the number of dudes, if possible. Yeah, if we lose that chest. I just want to make sure she doesn't have to move to do this, right? I'm looking at her body. Doesn't say anything about moving. Okay, and then that's her turn. Although we could do a lacerate on... I don't think any of these guys are eligible to get killed. So should I do a lacerate on this Shadow Curse Raven? Like this, if we hit, it kills him. If I hit this guy, I don't think it does very much. Yeah, let's try to take down the number of enemies that there are in the world. We're going for sheer body count on this. Okay, Corvus is here. So Corvus has some options, but I feel like our best one is the least sexy, which is just like kill this dude. Yeah, see, this guy's rooted in place. If we stay far enough away from him, I'm not sure that Gale is far enough away, then we can avoid that. Shadow Mastiff could use some help getting killed, but if we kill Raven right now, Raven just straight doesn't get to go. That guy's too far away. Yeah, I feel like we just kill this guy. It's just straight up attack we don't have to take.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Okay. I'm gonna do 31 points of damage to this dude, and I'm thinking that we maybe Shocking Grasp him. He's not wearing metal armor, but 2 to 16 points of damage. 3 is what we got. Did we get anything else for that? Wait, we did get Shocking Grasp bonus on him. That's effectively his turn. Yeah, Salicom Hickey, thank you for doing the shout out for Raz. We are less than halfway through this fight. There's more dudes coming. I didn't know they could move. I thought that they were sort of in place. Okay. I want to hurt this guy and take him off the map. However, look at all these dudes. Like, if these dudes get in here, we're gonna lose the portal for sure. So I feel like our best bet is hurl an acid vial. It dissolves any impurities, but what does it do? Does it lower armor class? It does 2 to 12 damage. I think we need a bigger explosion. Black powder? Smoke powder? Is that what it's called? Smoke powder bomb. 12 to 21. Explodes on impact. That's exactly what I want. Throw. I'd really like this to... Okay, so we don't get to just throw it wherever we want. 72% doesn't feel great, but maybe we can shoot it with our bow or shoot it with a fire arrow after we throw it. God, I hope this works.
This ends well.
Okay, that was a really good hit. In terms of how much damage a human being can do on a single, like, attack, that's got to be up there. Like, they didn't die, but they're way worse off than they were. I do still have a second attack, to my surprise. We try to shoot that guy. We try to shoot this guy. Do I have any other... Oh, we could still do acid vial. Or we could shoot like a fire arrow. Oh, wait. What about arrow of roaring thunder? That would spread... It doesn't have a very large area of effect, though. It'd be funny, but mostly I want to knock them back as best as we can. Yeah, I don't think I like arrow of funny money. Not that. Ill matter. Arrow of acid does 9 to 22. Yeah, arrow of fire. I kind of like fire against the shades. I just feel like it thematically makes a lot of sense. This will hit 3 dudes. Can I throw a second grenade? We can. All right, then I gotta say that last one worked out pretty well. We'll do it. Okay, multiple... Oh, look at that! Look at how many guys we just took down. I think that was the right call. Bonus action. I should take a potion of speed if we have it. No. Basic poison, potion of flying. I think we might be out of potion of speed. Barkskin, barkskin. Accuracy. +2 to attack rolls. Don't have a lot of those is my only concern. Alright, I think that we'll stop then. Well, wait, pommel strike. Let's try to hit this guy. Perfect. Okay, so that's less damage coming in. Because he had to use a dash to get over there. He hadn't actually had a chance to hit the portal. End turn. Okay. This guy's silenced somehow. That's cool. Let's... Sooner or later, we've got to get the backstab, right? It's got to happen? Okay. At least it was something. And... 12. He's got 12 hit points left. That's Astarion, everybody. Lae'zel. So... I kind of want to have, like, Lae'zel would be awesome to get up in their faces, but we might have to save that for, like, a Corvus move. We have disadvantage on this guy for some reason. 24 points of damage seems unlikely right now. What can we do? Let's use a bonus action to get Hunter's Mark on that guy. Goading attack, but we're already in his face. We could do precision attack. We got an 80% chance to hit already. Distracting strike. Giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll. I don't know if that's what we want either. Like, I'm thinking that we can just, like, hit this guy. One more hit puts him in the ground. Hunt completed. So, like, Lae'zel, we want to get you basically over here as far as we can. And she already used her bonus, so she can't jump. Yeah, unfortunately. So, I mean, that sucks about the Hunter's Mark, but better they're attacking her than the portal. I hate to say it, but we can get more Lae'zel. We can't get more portal. And neither can Valve. Womp womp. So, who are we? Corvus? Can Corvus fly? Not without suffering an attack. He doesn't have a lot of hit points anymore. So, let's not do that. Gale, can you do something about this fellow? Oh, Melf's Acid Arrow can hit multiple dudes. I like this. I think that we can hit 3 dudes right here. And it's basically his turn. Okay. In that case, Corvus, go ahead and... See, I think that Corvus has a better... How much damage does this do? 2 to 16. Yeah, he could potentially kill this guy. There we go. One less Shadow Creeper. I don't like the damage coming in, but I don't know what else we could be doing right now to limit the assault. Can we throw a healing potion at the portal? Does that help?
Just have to buy him a little more time.
I'm gonna pre-announce that I reserve the right to redo this. Like, we're gonna do everything we can, but I wanted to have Shadowheart for this. So we are at a 3rd health now. On the portal. Okay, we've got a 95% chance to kill this guy, and he's gonna do damage on his turn, so... And then we're gonna try to end the Shadow Creeper. Miss. Let's have a small potion. And that's all I've got. I don't know. Astarion, I would really, really, really love it if you could kill this guy. Okay, level 7 Shadow Wraith down. We're gonna do our backstab attack on this thing. Critical miss. And that's his turn.
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel, we need to stop these guys from getting up here. I think that Lae'zel... That provokes a shadow opportunity attack. She doesn't have a lot of hit points to survive that. Let's... Precision attack on this guy. And then we're going to try to stab him. Or crush him with our sword, really. So now we've got a 56% chance on this guy, or a 85% chance on this guy. Let's go for a pommel strike. Sure, we'll try that. Okay, that guy's dazed and almost dead. And now we'll do our 85% shot. And that's all they wrote for Lae'zel. Corvus is up. Corvus gets guaranteed damage on somebody. I feel like ending this guy... Like, we are very likely to kill this Shadow Creeper. And we do. Now, Corvus can fly. Let's see if we can annoy these bow casters. Just get right up on them. Flap our wings right in their eyes. Okay. Every single one of these guys has a lot of hit points. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Magic Missile. An additional dart. How many darts is it for one level? 3. So we could do 1, 2... 3. And how much damage is this? 6 to 15. Alright, so the odds are that this will kill 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good work, Gale. And then for his bonus action, he can just sort of sit and spin. I'm extremely aware of their bows. I just don't know how to stop that. I'm so sorry. Three hit points on that. I don't know how to stop the bow people. Okay. We're gonna do a blast arrow. Roaring Thunder. And we're gonna do it on these assholes. We gotta make sure not to hit either Alyssa or the portal. That was less effective than I'd hoped. I'm not even sure this does hit her. Like, she's not highlighted as though she's gonna get hurt. Okay, let's shove this guy off. Fail. And that's all we've got. Okay. We can't feed on undead, right? A living creature. Yeah, that doesn't count. Can we shove this person? Provokes... Oh. Fuck. And we can't shove, like, the shadow, can we? This is action. I don't feel like fog is very helpful here. Color spray. I bet you color spray does nothing for us. I think I'm gonna have to risk the attack of opportunity, even if we've only got like a 35% chance. Okay, didn't happen, and now we can't do sneak attack. Okay, similarly, I think that Lae'zel has to get out here. So we're gonna risk the opportunity attack to get up here.
Time to waste. I'll fall before my time.
And hit this guy super hard. Let's goading attack them. Fainting attack, goading attack. Okay, can we hit that person's friend? How about goading attack ranged? 72%, but I'll take it. Oh, I think it's a distracted attack. Whatever. There. Oh, and can I shove? Shove. Yeah, as Cara Luna says, you gotta be really fast to shove a shadow. It's like they know what you're gonna do. They're always moving at the same time. I don't think that this is doable. Let's try to kill this guy. We got him cursed.
What fools these mortals be.
Okay. If we're to have a shot, fireball. I should have done a level 4 fireball. I didn't even see the option. Okay, like do you have anything else? Bro, that's it? Ugh. And then I think they go. I think they collapse the portal. Okay.
activating the curse now.
Hold on, everybody. Alyssa got inspired by the death of Hulson. So, again, in the world, I would have said, whoa, Hulson, if we have to defend this portal, because you didn't tell me what was up coming in here, I need to go get Shadowheart because I want to have our daylight spell. So let's go. I'm going to reserve the right to load that game. Those grenades were certainly effective in the last fight. Also good to know that those vines can, in fact, move and are not rooted to the spot. Yes, they probably moved in the last fight and I just wasn't paying as much attention to them. Spells. So, protect a creature from death, unfortunately not a portal. It remains conscious with 1 hit point left. Freedom of movement, snap an ally out of every stun. Difficult terrain can't slow them, and they can't be magically paralyzed or restrained. That seems pretty cool. Guardian of Faith, call forth a divine guardian that attacks nearby enemies. Every time it deals damage, the guardian loses an equal amount of hit points. Well, let's call this dude in for this fight. And then we also get polymorph. That could be extremely helpful, turning somebody into a chicken. Okay, Shadowheart is now on the team. We're gonna get this ready very carefully. Because you guys, we've suffered enough, haven't we? Like I feel like we're owed a victory. Shadowheart can definitely do bless. There we go. An additional target. I gotta say, this is gonna be everything. So how many is this one? This is 3. I want to do 5. Well, let's do 4. Maybe we don't want to use our very best spell slot. Okay, up to 4 creatures. So she's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count on me.
Good. It took Oak Father. It's ready.
And not all the tenters will return.
Okay, now we have Bless set up. We lost 1 turn of Bless by getting it up there. Okay. Who's out there? Shadow. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do Daylight. I probably could have done that because that lasts for a good long time too, but we'll do that in a second. Okay, Corvus and Alyssa get to go first, and we know to be very concerned about ranged units, like this guy. All right, Corvus, why don't you... Wait, who am I? I'm Alyssa. No, I want Corvus. Corvus, yeah, why don't you fly all the way out here?
Time to push my luck again.
Okay, Alyssa, we're gonna take the high ground. And then... Perfect. Alright, let's do Hunter's Mark on that door. I'm just making sure that she doesn't have to move. Now Corvus can do the... Okay, so that guy just got cursed and lost half his hit points, so we're already off to a good start. And now Alyssa's going to shoot his ass. One more time. Critical hit! I'll take it. Yeah, I didn't quite die, but at least we followed up well. You guys, I didn't do the alchemy. I didn't do the alchemy to get the potion of speed. Well, I guess that's it. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna do our best. That's her turn. And Corvus is gone. Okay, I think Daylight... Oh, this is which version you want. So this would last until long rest, or if we cast it on an item or weapon to shine with the light of the sun and dispel all darkness around it. I kind of feel like we're stationary here. Like, what we want to do is, like, have it down here, I feel like. So let's do Daylight Sphere. Yeah, let's do it right here. Out here. Yep. Could have done that before the fight, but I didn't think of it. And then we can try for an ensnaring strike on this guy. He saved. And I want to wait to channel Divinity until there's more dudes on the field. We can do it twice, though. Yeah, we know how crowded it's going to get. We'll just have it be like this. Charm. Okay. These Harpers are really, really bad news. Or at least the ones with, that guy's got a sword. That guy's got a sword. That guy's got a sword. Okay, I don't care as much about the sword guys. The Mastiffs are bad news, but they're bad news for people. Not so much the portal. They don't seem to care as much about the portal. So maybe we'll hang out up here for a bit. Could have done Blade Ward before the fight. Witchbolt is great when you can afford to focus, and we're going to have too many targets coming in. So could we Melf's Acid Arrow? We could Magic Missile those guys. Keep the numbers low. Nope, too far. And if we move, we're in a bad way. So let's try Shocking Grasp against. Yeah, these are all 95% shots. So sure, let's try to reduce the number of attacks. I don't. Yeah, we can't shove ethereals. I don't know what to do with Lae'zel, because I think I do know what to do with Lae'zel. We need to have, like, goading strikes and stuff happening out here. So then again, these guys are going to attack her anyway. Maybe we try to, like, do our best on these dudes. Yeah, we will. So let's do precision attack on this guy. I should have lit this brazier. I keep identifying additional things that I could have done. Now we could do Commander's Strike. Let's do Goading Attack melee on this dude. Okay, he didn't get goaded. We can now do Distracting Strike, so we'll get, okay. Now I'm sort of thinking that I want to do Misty Step out here. And then use Action Surge and kill this guy. And kill this guy. Okay, that's Lae'zel. Now, if this guy tries to move past, she doesn't get an attack of opportunity for some reason. Maybe it was the dash? I don't know. Oh, go Corvus! Okay, so this is another bow person. And, oh, look, so now we want to use Channel Divinity. So let's remember to do that when What's-Her-Face is up.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay, I would like to move Hunter's Mark onto this Wraith, because he is dangerous. And then I'm going to try to shoot him. Okay, so that was the advantage that Lae'zel got set up, and now that dude is down. Now... So, like, I could try to, like, throw acid on these guys, but I honestly think that when Shadowheart does her thing, a lot of these guys are going to vaporize. At least that's the goal. So why don't we aim at somebody with a few more hit points? Oh, and let's hamstring shot him. God damn. That's our turn. Corvus, oh, let's blind this person. Wait, can they be blinded? I feel like they're both a shadow wraith, but also like a person. Advantage against being charmed. Doesn't say anything about that. All right, blind the person with the bow. Yes! Okay, I feel like we're doing better. As Raz says, the critical misses are so annoying. We're going to do a level 1 shield to avoid that hit. Okay. Exactly what happens when we do turn undead. All undead that can see you. I feel like all these guys can see her. Like, she doesn't have to move to do this, I hope. So, turn undead. That is not everybody that can see me. So I want to move over here, even if it takes an attack of opportunity. Let's get a sense for how big the thing is, because I want to see it again. All right, so it's that big around her. Yeah, if we move like here, I feel like we can get all the birds and all those birds. Maybe I want to move like here, because I want to get. Oh, wait, are these guys? Sorry, I don't know if this guy counts as undead. He's like a plant. Yeah, I don't think the plant cares. Are you undead? Undead. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, let's move her right here. This is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. I don't have any other way, because this is an action, right? Yes. All right. So we're just going to eat the attack of opportunity. We're going to get 2, actually. Okay, and now turn undead. I like that number of dudes. Oh, that's why I wanted to have Shadowheart. Dude, she even got, like, that said 23%, but look, she even cooked the wraiths. Oh my god, I'm such a fan. This is... Okay, you already heard me say this is why I wanted to have Shadowheart. Okay, so... The only thing is that we can now maybe heal Gale. This takes a level 1 spell slot, I think.
Take 2.
Okay, good. That's her turn. Yes, Caroluna, that was turn undead. I like how cheeky it was. Run up, hit it, run back. So, this guy has 8 hit points. This guy has 8 hit points. Magic Missile does 6 to 15. So I think if we do Magic Missile, we take those guys down. Then we've got the Ravens. So we could hit... But here's the thing. The Ravens... If they make a beeline here, they're not going to be able to get into range. If they attack our dudes, that could be a bad thing. But I'm less concerned about hitting the Ravens. So I want to move Gale a little closer. Not within range of the Mastiff, hopefully. And then we're going to do, I think, 3 magic missiles. We're going to do, hopefully, 1, 2... 3. Yes, let's take out all the creepers, because as Marquardt pointed out, these guys get to move. Hopefully this will kill at least 2 of them. At least 2 of them. 1 is still standing. We rolled low on damage. That's our Gale.
I am fury. I am
Okay.
death.
Lae'zel conceivably can kill these 2 guys. They've each got 1 hit point. Alternatively, we could get her over here. Does this provoke an attack of opportunity? It doesn't, but she can't get over there very quickly. However, if we kill this guy, now we've got a more direct path over here. Can we, like, knock this guy down? Pommel strike, maybe? Well, this person's also blind. Yeah, actually, let's not worry about the blind person. Let's kill this guy. And then come over here and get ready for our next turn. That's Lae'zel. So Caroluna thought that Turn Undead just made them go away. That's what I thought at first, but I guess they also take some, like, radiant damage. We'll look in a minute. Critical misses suck unless they are of the enemy. I mean, it's so good that, like, I think that we use it again here now. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't hurt to plant 5. And how many more times? We can only do it once more, I think. If we did it right here... Okay, we hit 4. But the birds only have 1 hit point apiece. And, like, these dudes out here... It would be more effective against them, especially if it forces them to move away. So I think we're going to save it. And instead, nearby enemies take 3 to 24 radiant damage and their movement speed is halved. But that will break our concentration on Bless, and I don't want to do that for, I think... Oh, 6 more turns. Yikes. Okay, we'll leave it up. Not for protect. So is protection from energy also... It's concentration. It lasts until you lose concentration. I just was not paying attention to what that did. Fear is probably not going to help very much. So polymorph... Oh, polymorph also will break concentration. We're going to wait then. I didn't realize that we had so many concentrations. Okay. How about Guiding Bolt on... Oh, that's the blinded Harper. They ran all the way up. They're going to try to get in. They're going to try to grope their way forward. Do any of you have bows? This person has a bow. Let's try to take out this person with the bow. We're not going to kill him, I don't think, but we'll set it up so that now we're going to have advantage against that target. I don't think we need to... Mass healing word? Yeah, Gale's the only one who's taken any damage. I might want to shove this Harper down, if we can. 50% to knock him down. Nope. Okay. Corvus. This person I'm hoping will be dead with the magic of Guiding Bolt. This person also has a bow. Let's see if we can blind them. Oh my god. Blind is not guaranteed, so it's really exciting when we get it. And then... Oh, we haven't used the fire wine yet. Like, this is sort of the time that we might want to light it up.
What now?
So... I think this is it. Like, hopefully this doesn't cook Corvus too badly, but it's like the time to do it, if this works as intended. Let's move Hunter's Mark onto this guy. We're going to shoot the barrel open. And then we're going to shoot a fire arrow into the barrel. And hopefully hit this person as well, because that will light the light. So Corvus might die here. Sorry, Corvus. Okay, that was less explosive. The reason I thought it was really explosive is that if you guys remember, my character once like died very spectacularly to like a barrel of fire wine. I saw a lot of yellow numbers popping up and a lot of bodies dropping. Yeah, it was great. Could it have triggered an attack of opportunity from other party members? Not in that case, because there were a bunch of them that died that didn't have my guys anywhere near. Like it definitely, turn undead definitely does damage, and I thought that was something that came up with like greater turn or something, but it's not listed that way. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, because we moved our hunter's mark. Opportunity attack, please. I'm gonna take it back. I thought that the Mastiffs didn't care about the son of a... Okay. So... Gale is really good at taking out the low energy guys because he's a guaranteed hitter with Magic Missile. All those guys are out of commission. So... Well, except for Shadow Creeper, maybe. Fireball is our friend because he has spell shaping, and if we do it right here, bird and plant definitely die, and we mess up the harper and the shade. And then if we upspell it, we do an extra d6 of fire damage. I'm going to say that regular level 3 fireball is fine for now. Okay. And we mess up the shade pretty well as well. That's Gale.
I will ascend.
Alright. Lae'zel. This person's blinded. This person is... Wait, who had the, Did we kill the person that had, Guiding Bolt? Oh, no, I think that we landed Guiding Bolt. I think that we got what we were going to get out of Guiding Bolt. And then that sword, sword, sword. And then these guys. So, I don't know what these guys' options are to move, but let's try to lock them down. We're going to try to do Goading Strike... Where's Goading Strike? Goading Strike melee on this guy.
Let my name be.
And then Goading Strike melee on the other guy. And then that's all of her superiority dice. Nope. Not ranged. Not fainting. Do you only get one? Maybe you can only do one Goading Strike... Goading attack. I don't know why I didn't see it. Okay, so I'm not saying that these guys aren't going to charge forward. However, they are, like, Lae'zel should get an attack of opportunity if they try to leave. She has Sentinel, so if she hits, they can't go forward. And now they get disadvantage for attacking anybody against her. The only thing I don't know is, like, I don't think that disadvantage affects here. I'm just trying to stop them from wanting to go forward. Lae'zel has not taken any damage. I'm not going to bother with Hunter's Mark right now. Unless I can shove one of them in the water. Oh, maybe we can shove this guy in the water. So that was successful, but they didn't drown, so it was not successful. Blinding these guys is awesome. Like, the bow guys, they can't shoot from range anymore. I mean, that guy can, because he's not blinded. So Carolyn is checking the VOD on when Turn Undead happened. Whole lot of failed saved, and then a whole lot of radiant damage, apparently. You know what? We're about to do it again, because I was waiting for these guys to get into, like... Yeah, hold on. Okay, so that guy doesn't get to move anymore. Okay. So, Shadowheart can go. Also, you guys, I'm noticing for the very first time that it shows here when they have concentration on. I just didn't really notice that before, so that's good to know. Okay. Channel Divinity, turn undead. If we do it right now, it's going to hit those guys, and if they fail their save, they have to move away from... I think they can't take actions or whatever. And then also, let's check the log, and we'll see exactly what happens when we do this. Is there anything else I want to do with anybody else before we do this? No. Okay, so they definitely take a lot of radiant damage. It looks like they take 4d6 radiant damage. Wiki says the following. At level 5, clerics gain Destroy Undead, which causes Turn Undead to deal 4d6. Yeah, Caroluna, that's exactly what it is. 4d6 radiant damage to successfully turn creatures. Also, 3630 damage? Like, some of these we rolled kind of low, but where we rolled high, we rolled real high. Yeah, Caroluna found it on the wiki. Okay, so... that Mastiff wasn't affected, and we have to stop him from doing his thing. But we're way better than we were last time. Can you shove... Provokes attack of opportunity. No. Is there anything else we can do on your turn? No. Nobody's taking damage except for Gale. End turn. Okay, Corvus. This person is no longer blinded, so let's try to kill them. Wait. Nope, that person has a sword. Okay, let's try to kill this person with guaranteed feather damage. And then we'll fly. Let's fly up here, and we'll like now we're gonna try to like physically block them, and hopefully attack of opportunities.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Okay. We've got a couple options here. We shoot Shadow Mastiff a couple times. The problem with that is that I don't think that he dies. Option number 2, we use a Thunder Arrow to hopefully knock him down. And then, like, try to do something nasty to these guys down here. I think so. Yeah. Let's move our Hunter's Mark. Let's find Arrow of Roaring Thunder. And we knock this guy into the water, I hope. Sure, do that. Like, when it's red, that means that you can't go there. So I feel like that's a waste. But if we... I mean, 99%, but I wanna know where he falls. So we'll hit him with the arrow, and he falls off the cliff. Oh, and he totally drowned. Whatever, it's done. Okay, so Mastiff is down. Now, is there anybody else that we can take out? This guy doesn't have very many hit points. He's very close. Oh, but he's turned. Yeah, let's focus on guys that are not turned, because when they take damage, then they're no longer turned. So Shadow Mastiff is down here. Wait, maybe we could knock that guy into the water. Let's see. Hold on. Who's not turned? This guy's not turned. That guy is turned, so we'd have to be a little precise on our shot. We don't want to do any area effect damage to those guys. Not turned. Not turned. So these guys... Hold on. These guys out here are not turned, but they also are going to have to dash. Yeah, let's not worry about them right now. That guy's not turned. Anybody that's far enough out, we're not going to worry about. So, yeah, let's see if we can knock Shadow Mastiff into the water. I like that idea. Oops. Right there. I don't know if that's death for him, but hopefully it is. It wasn't. It still knocked him a little bit further back. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Maybe I should have just shot him directly in the face, because he didn't take any damage. We only knocked him back slightly. But that was still good work. End turn. Gingerbeef, thank you so much for the resubscription. Gingerbeef, I hope you've had a very good Monday. We're doing our best to hold this portal open, because Halson is on the other side, I don't know, having a picnic or some goddamn thing. Yeah, Gingerbeef, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shocking Grasp is great if they have metal, and if they don't have metal, it doesn't really seem to do very much. That guy's turn. Yeah, the rule is no damage on turned enemies. This guy is not turned right here. Oh, maybe we could banish him. That's a charisma save. What's your charisma? He's kind of high on charisma. +2 to saving throws. We could Witch Bolt him. I mean, that's guaranteed damage every turn. He can't really turn invisible, or if he does, he can't get away from us. And if we upcast this, what do we get? 1d12, 2d12, 3d12, and so forth. Let's go for the 2d12. Okay, so now we're concentrating on Witch Bolt. We want to hold that open. And that means, by the way, that, like, what's the range on this? Isn't it like 18 meters or something? Well, we know where that guy's going to go, and this does not provoke an attack of opportunity, so we're just going to pull it up here, and we'll just activate that every turn and hopefully not take any more damage. Plus, we're blocking the way. Okay, who is not turned? None of these 3 dudes. Good. Okay, let's do a cleave. We're going to hit all 3 of them. Yeah, no, we're out of superiority dice, so this is the time. Can we prepare or do any sort of, like, wicked attack? No, but we can Hunter's Mark. So let's do Hunter's Mark on this dude. And now we're going to do cleave. And we get 1 more strike. Let's kill the guy with Hunter's Mark. And this guy may not be in, like, attack range. Can I... Yeah, we just want to get closer to this guy so we get an attack of opportunity if he moves. Wait. No, we don't want to opportunity attack, because the damage that we do will break their turning, so do not react. We want them... Oh, you guys, and then they're moving into the fire. No, this guy's actually moving closer, so we are going to do the opportunity attack. When they move into the fire, it's breaking the turn. I didn't really think about that. Wait, I feel like I don't know what just happened. Fire Barrel was hit for 2 fire damage. Alyssa destroyed Fish Barrel. No, sorry, Fish Barrel. I said Fire Barrel. Fish Barrel. Okay, so Alyssa did something that destroyed a Fish Barrel. Wooden Chest took some damage. Or would have taken some damage. Wraith missed Gale. Alright. And then, yes, let's charm this guy. Because I feel like that's free for us. Opportunity attack. Okay, now because of Sentinel, he can't move any further. Okay, are we on the last turn? Combat round 5. Okay, so we've got 65 hit points that we want to keep in place. Corvus. Corvus might go last, I don't know. Remind me, Cursed. Cursed takes extra damage? Oh, it has advantage. I don't think I care as much about that. I think that, well, the guaranteed damage is more valuable to us. So, Shadow Mastiff is down there. We're not going to worry about Shadow Mastiff. Shadow Cursed Harper is here. Boy, ultimately that fire kind of effed us. Because otherwise, I think all of these guys would still be running away. Okay. Ilissa.
Go from here.
Let's see if we can knock these guys down. So, let's go for an arrow of Roaring Thunder. Okay, conceivably we can knock this guy down. Yeah, 95%, and at a minimum we'll do some damage. Okay, down goes that guy. And down goes that guy. Okay, so now there's fewer people in melee range. As a shove, maybe we could... Wait, no, shove. I just want to shove. 60% shove? But I mean, it doesn't really go anywhere. Sure, push that guy. There we go. And I think he caught on fire again. Yeah, he's on fire again. However, that's her turn. I'm going to switch it over to melee weapon, just in case that gives her an attack of opportunity on anybody that goes by. And we'll call that Ilissa's turn. Oh, Raz has got to go. Raz, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for the advice and the information, and we will see you... Oh, Raz. Before you go, can you tell me what spell you would have recommended? Because I am curious what would have been helpful. I'm optimistic about this, but I would have wanted to know. Okay, let's see if we can... Wait, attack of opportunity. Darn it. Let's see if we can blind this guy. I'd be a little surprised if we can. Yeah, the 65% chance we missed. Okay, we're out of channel divinities. We still have Bless on, and I don't really want to cancel it. Daylight is already running. I feel like Guiding Bolt is where I want to go with it. The thing is, Bless is helping everybody. So, what is Bless? Like a +2 to attack rolls or something? Remind me, Bless, what exactly are we getting for this? Oh yeah, 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. So, I mean, we've been getting some mileage out of this. Okay, I think just regular Guiding Bolt against... Who do we think might die from this? That guy, maybe. This guy, yeah, hold on. This is really gonna mess this guy up. So, even though we've got disadvantage... Okay, that puts that guy into, maybe could die soon. Gale's still the only one who took damage, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then do we want to shove? Sure. End turn. Okay, she did get an attack of opportunity. I need to set that to ask, by the way. Okay, so Gale, our best bet is to just keep this going, I think. The only exception is what Marquardt had observed, that we could have Gale throw a bomb. We've got one turn left. If we activate this, it goes, but I think this guy dies at the end of this round anyway. I don't think he can do 65 points of damage, but if we do kill these guys, we get experience points. So I'm going to trade a bomb for experience points. And a smoking pipe. Hold on. Let's go here. smoke powder bomb. Let's give one of these to Gale. And then he's going to throw this. Wait, this does explode on impact, right? Yeah, explodes on impact. So if we throw this here, I feel like that guy dies. Hopefully that guy dies. And if we're super lucky, that guy dies. So let's... It really doesn't show the blast radius on this, but I feel like this is... Should I throw it here? Like, it doesn't say explodes on impact with person, just on impact. So I'm going to hope that we get 2 kills here. That was a lot. Sorry. Did I cause any, like, damage to us? Okay, so Shadowheart took some damage. Yeah. Whoops. So there goes Bless. And Stool. Bless and Stool are both no longer with us. But otherwise, we did a bunch of damage. We ultimately got 150 experience points there, it looks like. Yeah, I would say that that's worth 1 bomb. Okay, and then Gale is here, and absent a potion of haste, we're not going to be able to activate Witch Bolt, and it will dissipate. That's it. End.
Fury, I am death.
Okay, this person is likely to die. Do we have anybody else that we think we can end on this turn? This person, I honestly don't think that we can get into attack range, even with a jump, but I could be wrong. Oh, I was wrong. I thought that the game would be like, no, you don't have enough movement, but... Awesome! That's another 75 experience points. I'm absolutely min-maxing my experience points on this fight. Man, we need the benefit. And that's it for Lae'zel. Now the question is, can these guys do 65 points of damage, or is there a round 0?
It's done. I have him. But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong. No. It can't be.
Just immediately, your plan has failed. We need to get Thaniel someplace safe. If he's dead, Halsin will tell us, but for right now, we need him to not fall further to the Shadow Curse.
Yes. I'll bring him back to camp. He'll be safest with us. I need to examine him. I need to understand what's wrong. It's almost like something's missing from him. Come see us when you can.
Okay. Think for a second. So first of all, let's F5. Secondly, Halsin has lit himself on fire. What, you guys, wouldn't it be amazing if all of that went down and then Halsin just decided to walk through some lava on the way out and just got killed? Or worse, he walked through some fire, interpreted it as an attack from us, and decided to, like, attack? Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is gonna take a minute.
Thaniel is resting. But it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
You guys, I have a really bad feeling about what happened to his other half. I mean, he's still alive. I'm thinking about that kid, Oliver. Remember Oliver? We didn't kill him, but we already had our interaction with him. And that's just a guess, but... I mean, he reacted oddly when we said the name Thaniel. Tell me how I can help.
It's both simple and not. We need to find Thaniel's missing half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
I really like somebody at Larian sat down and wrote all of these like super pissy responses. Oh, here we go. I met a sort of shadow child before, a little boy named Oliver around Thaniel's age.
And you saw this boy yourself? That can't be a coincidence, but we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
Dude, it's not like you're doing me a favor, or like I'm doing you a personal favor. This is to help everybody. Leave it to me.
This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute... anything. Just say the word.
Wait, he can... this is a rhetorical question. It seems like he can join... our party? Oh, maybe he's like a temporary join, because it did say at the beginning of the game that people can join you temporarily. Let's do it, man.
Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me, if I'm to follow you.
I feel like Shadowheart really did her part. And she doesn't have any more Channel Divinity until after a long rest. Gale can recharge himself a little bit. Yeah, let's tag you in for Shadowheart for now.
I'm with you.
Wait, no, is he a permanent dude? He has no hit points. He's a level 1 druid. Please do not answer questions about this. This is sick as shit. This is so awesome. If we get to have him in the party from now on. Like he's a regular party member. You guys, don't answer this. Does this mean we get Jaheira? Don't answer this question. Oh, I have bad news, you guys. If we can have Jaheira in the party, I might not never let her go. Because, like, she's OG. This is like if Liara showed up from Mass Effect. How would you not have her in the party? Primal Strike. While in beast form, your attacks count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical damage. And we get Panther and Owlbear. Oh, hold on. We might not be regular bear after all. Has a starting health of 65 hit points and increases for every 2 druid levels. Can rupture the ground. Rupture the earth, causing debris to tear through nearby objects and creatures. And can also become enraged. Given to the owlbear's base instinct to increase your strength by 2 and possibly make other nearby creatures fearful. Okay, I think he's now up to the level of everybody else. So we get some level 4 spell slots. Oh, and here's Stone Skin, by the way, which we've been looking at. I don't think we have anybody that has that, but it seems pretty cool. Okay, and I didn't prepare his spells, so now I don't know what he took. Nothing. Damn it. Okay, so for your level 4 spell slot, how many of those you get? He only gets 1. So... oh, he did take something. Conjure Minor Elemental. That's a good pick. Let's head to House in Deep Shadows, and you guys, we can just skip directly there. So, we've got somebody that we can talk to. Kay saying it was an extremely busy Monday.
Lifelessly.
I know nothing about this person. Who were you?
Warrior for my queen. Blade for my Kithrak.
Why were you here?
Training. Becoming a Sar. Leading my kin.
Are there any other Githyanki nearby?
Not in the Shadowlands. Atop the mountain, reaching to the sun.
I don't know why we would know that, why she would know how to fight the curse. How did you die?
Foolish games. Shadow. Ambushed. Shameful death. Dishonor to Vlakith.
Where are you from?
Kresh Yilik. Hidden among the mountains. Veiled by ruins.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
I won fair and square. There's no point in playing again. I want a challenge.
Though shrouded in shadows, the child's resemblance to Thaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the curse.
Go on, find someone else to play with.
I know who you really are and where you really belong. You need to reunite with Thaniel.
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time.
Kid, I murdered them all. They're all dead now. More dead. More dead than they were. We're not lunging at him. You don't belong here.
Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Scarpered? And I suppose it's up to us to find him.
How fortunate that we have, See Invisible. Oh, is he through the shadow portal, though? Again, so for everybody coming over, you might hear me ask some rhetorical questions. I'm thinking that we go through the shadow portal. I really should have F5'd it. Oh, Daddy's back. And his mummy. We don't see Doggy yet, but stay tuned. Okay, now I'm gonna miss having Lae'zel. I thought it might be more conversation-based. So, Night Dome has 300 hit points, and I'm wondering if that might be generated by somebody. Cursed Vengeance. Oliver's Night Dome won't allow you to hurt him. Well, I don't want to hurt him. Any damage done to the dome will be reflected in twofold to its attacker. Okay, so this is not going to be a case of wear this down. I would like to know what that plaque says. Okay, we'll look into looting in a bit. It's not going to be as simple as taking down Mummy and Daddy, but I don't have a good sense of what it might be. So, these guys are very resistant to my attacks, but as we learned last time, not immune. Let's put Hunter's Mark on Daddy. And... sure, let's brace. And we're just going to do a regular attack. 72%. That's the best we've got, huh? Yes, it is. Two solid hits. I'm going to actually pull back. Yeah, let's pull back, because we don't want her to be their first target of choice. Daddy used Daddy's Lecture on Gale. They rolled an 18, so we can increase our armor class by 5 and not take the damage. I like that idea.
I'll make my own fun if I have to. And my own friends.
I forgot about Lullaby. Shadow friends don't have many hit points, so... Halsin. So this is our very first anything with Halsin. Spike growth. We'll take out all of the spike friends. It doesn't affect Mummy at all. And then the spikes are not something that we want to walk in. So instead, I'm thinking that we might do our first wild shape ever. Okay, let's do that. Wild shape into form of Owlbear. I don't know why we wouldn't want to do Owlbear every day of the week. It seems really awesome. But hold on. Panther can prowl around invisibly. I feel like these guys are going to be able to sniff him out if he's invisible. Dire Raven can blind enemies. Oh, so this is basically another Corvus for us. Let's do Owlbear, though. Like, come on. Oh, I love it. You've assumed a different shape. You can dismiss it to change back to your original form. Never. And then we've already done, like, our thing, but we can sort of, like, come over here and... Okay. We learned last time that we can actually help. And if we help Gale, then Gale can... Actually, Gale will probably lose his turn, or his action, but I would like to do this, I think. Alternatively, do we want to do Daylight? These guys do have victim, or, sunlight sensitivity. Yeah. I'm going to help Gale up so that he gets a turn. I feel like we definitely want to not have these guys be asleep. And then for bonus action, nobody really needs healing. Not really. Is this a cantrip for her or what? How many? Oh, that's a level 3 spell. Yeah, I don't know that I want to burn a level 3 to help Gale right this second. Yeah, no, we'll wait. But wait, I don't want to get lullabied again. So, there's probably a cooldown, but we're going to move away. Kay hasn't thought about Bobby's World in so long. I think about Bobby's World like a weird amount. And we did not lose a turn. So that's pretty cool. Does he have his magic missile thing on? He does. So we've got some guaranteed damage. I really want Daddy. Oh, wait, maybe we do Witch Bolt on Mummy. A level 2 Witch Bolt wouldn't go far astray. Yeah, let's do level 2 Witch Bolt on Mummy. And that missed. What did we get? Hold on. Missed. Oh, no. Okay, so that wasn't super cool. Let's get some... Oh, wait, can she... No, we should have spent his turn getting Alyssa up. Let's be close to Alyssa, but not so close that we can easily get lullabied again. We'll move, like, over here, so that we sort of spread out their lines of attack.
You want to play? Let me show you my favorite toy.
Hold on, it's called Shadow Plush. Okay, Night Dome got hit for damage. Oh, is that because we killed Shadow Friends? Yeah, I think he's expending Night Dome's energy by calling up friends. I feel like we want to keep Daddy engaged. Do we have any sort of... So what do we have here? Enrage. Possibly make nearby creatures fearful. And apparently he might even get some temporary hit points from that. Let's do... So Rupture has the advantage of, I think, guaranteed to kill these guys. But also hurting Shadowheart. I don't want to do that. So let's Enrage. Wait, I don't... This seems like it's going to hit Shadowheart as well still. Yeah, I don't feel like that's good. Okay, maybe let's not do that. We're just going to attack Daddy, then.
Stop that!
Or Shadow Friend. Okay, again, I accidentally clicked on Shadow Friend. That's my fault. It even said Shadow Friend and I didn't see it. Okay, we'll just... Is this per long rest? Okay, that's fine. Still, I don't think that he can move that far. Oh, and I can eat a good berry. For our bonus action. I really like owlbears.
Stay focused.
Okay, so we've used up all of our channel divinity, but that's fine. We don't have like a lot of shadow friends to worry about. Shadow plush could really be a problem. We're not concentrating on anything, so can we do that? Blade Ward might be good. Polymorph might be excellent. How wise is a Shadow Plush? Shadow Plush is average wise. Do we have any intelligence-based attack? That'd be pretty helpful. That's Wisdom. 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 Banish is Charisma. Oh, can we just straight up banish him? Okay, goodbye, Shadow Plush. And we're not going to attack Night Dome. We're getting to the point where Mass Cure Heal would be pretty good. What's the range on this? Oh, it's pretty good. And he fell asleep again. Damn it. Okay, let's do this on... You know what? Let's not. Because I think that's a spell slot that I don't want to spend. Let's get back here, and on our next turn, we'll wake up Alyssa. Or Gale, depending on who's still asleep. Dude, you guys, the Shadow Friends just get melted in the vines. This is great. You guys, he keeps summoning Shadow Friends. Oh my god, I think I accidentally completely broke this fight, and I'm here for it. Sorry, who are we, Halson? Yes, okay, this time attack... Oh, wait. Nobody's around him now, so we're gonna use Enrage. Okay, that was pretty cool. And then... This guy now, I guess, can't attack the guy that attacked him. At least that's how I understand sluggardly. Or maybe you can't do an opportunity attack. Let's see if we can kill... No, I really want to hit Daddy. If you want to impress the kids, you kill Daddy. Alright, that's his turn. Shadowheart. So, Alyssa is up. Let's get Gale back on his feet.
Stuck? Hold on.
As the inoculator says, Battle of the Daddies. Yes, Owlbear Daddy v. Best Daddy. I have a Strongest Daddy. My money's on Strongest Daddy. Okay, so we got him back up, and I don't think that we can shove. We could heal, but again, I feel okay about our position. I want to move further away from... We want to make sure that Lullaby hits as few people as possible. All right. We could end Daddy pretty convincingly, I think. So this is 3d4 plus 3. Two to 5 force damage. So we need... let's assume 2 to 5. Let's assume 4. No, actually 3. We'll round down. We'd have to hit Daddy with every thing, and if we wait for like the shadow kids, because he might actually be able to get some past the field, I don't know if we want to do that. I don't know if I want to banish anybody right now. Ray of Frost is pretty cool. There's nobody really to fireball. We could go for Witch Bolt again. We're on disadvantage though. The odds aren't great. Fuck it. If we land it, then we're golden. Okay, we got it. Now, Shadow, this has a distance of 18 meters. Mummy might move away, so let's stay relatively close, but also far away from everybody else. And then we'll just activate that every turn, and Mummy can turn invisible all she wants. We'll always know where she is. All right. Who goes next? Daddy goes next. Let's sneak attack Daddy. Except we can't. Okay, the regular attack, just regular attack Daddy. Let's do Hunter's Mark on Daddy. One more hit puts Daddy down. Okay, his Night Dome is 2/3 down. I think that we move further back. Because Lullaby puts the odds heavily in their favor when we fall asleep. Oh, you guys, the vines are gone. Those vines were awesome. I've never used like snarling vines or whatever. Oh yeah, no, I still know where you are. Like, unleash me. Yeah, we're still well in range. Let's just go ahead and activate that. Was that, hold on. Was that really 1 point of damage? 1 point of damage. Oh, because of her lightning resistance. Still, it's guaranteed damage over time. Like, this is sort of what we've got to work with. Oops. The other thing is magic missile against all the shadow friends. But I'm hopeful that Halsin might be able to do some more vines here in a second. Let's just go ahead and end his turn. Yeah, there's nothing new for him.
Blood is in the air.
All right. If we did Rupture, we kill these two shadow friends. Alternatively, we turn back into a human and do some more vines. I don't dislike that plan. But also, I feel like we can just, like, get them. Let's eat a good berry. And yeah, let's give these guys something to attack. I love Owlbear so far. Also, I did see that Shadow Plush came back up, which is another reason why we're coming over here.
What should I do?
I don't know who's yelling. Mirror image is cool. Nearby enemies take 3 to 24 radiant damage. If she gets surrounded, this would be awesome. Alternatively, so daylight is still here, and that's going to put things on our side, but I feel like we're managing it well so far. Let's do Guiding Bolt at Mummy. Okay, I think we still get advantage. No, it was just a miss. That was just a complete flub. All right. end turn, we'll see how things go. Badly is how they go. Okay, let's think for a second. If we did a... Let's go with Arrow of Acid, for example. If we shot this... I'm looking for any opportunity to hit all three. Oh, we'd like to not hit Halsin. Well, I mean, this isn't bad. Disadvantage still hits Halsin, though. But we could nail all three kids. Halsin's going to take a little bit of acid, but not that much. Like, I feel like he's going to be okay. I hope.
Why are you doing this? All I want to do is play.
Okay, somehow we didn't hit the third kid. I'm going to bet that this guy can't be poisoned. We could look at his stat sheet, but I bet it doesn't matter. Let's take sneak attack. I think we go for a guaranteed kill, because every guy that dies weakens the shield. He's down to 50 out of 300. All right, that's our ranger. Shield. Okay, we need something to clear the field. I think Rupture. But we have to move Shadowheart out of the way. Shadowheart, we don't want to get an attack of opportunity, so if we sort of sidle over here, like just a little 2.5 meter step, I think that puts her out of range.
Enemies abound.
Yes. All right, so we can hit those 4 kids, I hope, and then Owlbear. We're close. And I think that we have to Lunar Mend. We're going to spend a spell slot. Okay, yeah, Lunar Mend. And this is 1d8, this is 2d8, 3d8, 4d8. We're so close to the end of this fight. Let's do 2d8. That's everything. Okay.
Victory is assured.
I think we use Magic Missile. Even if we're going to lose it. Magic Missile goes... Wait, how many? Oh, a level 4 Magic Missile? Alright, sure. We're going to go 1, 2, 3... I think that's within range. And then we're going to unload the rest on Mummy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here. And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly know that.
I have no idea who or what is having this conversation. He's more than just a child, but he truly doesn't know that. Lend Thaniel your strength. You're just a thieving shadow that thinks it's a child. Well, we're not saying that. You have what you want, but not what you need, Thaniel. He's your friend, your kin, he's you. Okay, I kind of like that one. Or we could trust in Halsin. Like, why don't we have Halsin have the conversation? Yes.
It shall be done. Oliver, nobody is making you leave. This is your home. But it is dark, empty, lonely. I don't want you to be alone. I want you to be with Thaniel.
Why should I go back to him? He abandoned me.
No, you were stolen from each other. Neither of you are to blame. And I know your pain. I truly do. Thaniel was my friend also. I played with him, grew up while he stayed the same. He made me who I am today. And then he was ripped away from me. Same as for you. But you need not be alone any longer. You need not invent friends. Thaniel is back. He is waiting for you.
Fine. I'll do it. It might be nice to be with him again. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel.
Oh no! I think that was from inside his face. Kay, we are all inside Halsin now. It's where we all live. We're in like a different area. I want to look at the plaque. I thought the plaque was going to be a clue.
Kithric Thorn shows that a click over there. Is there any god that turncoat hasn't bowed to?
Wait, there's like a click. Our L Mr. When Nigh Thorm. Unfortunately, I don't know what the click is. And please, for anybody coming in, I may occasionally ask rhetorical questions because I'm sort of like working things out. I'm so like these are clearly words or partial words. I'm gonna look around here and see if we can. Okay. Wait. Tenants of Loss. Open the way into the Sharan Sanctuary. Cool. I guess that's what we did. Was it just a matter of finding the 3 hidden buttons? Or did I accidentally do it in the right order? Okay, if we're going to have 4 of these, I want to regain 2 level 2 spell slots. I feel like that's a good amount of versatility. However, I don't think that he gets anything back on a short rest. So, yeah, let's go grab Lae'zel.
Halsin's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle, if those tree trunk arms are an indication.
They are good arms to have.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first. Well chosen.
But no, Gale's done some work in the last episode. Like, with his magic missiles and fireballs have been invaluable. Okay, I feel like that is... We'll do our short rest now.
I'll feel that one later.
Sorry, he's still an owlbear.
The druid Halsin spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me. 100 years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die.
Okay, I don't know why we gave such an odd response to that. Yes, yes, we will. Let's do it.
Ketheric's soul still nourishes the shadows. Destroy him, so the land may heal, so that I may heal.
I'm glad he's feeling better, and I have to say it's actually kind of cool that he's this like... Oh yeah, no, murder time, everybody. Let's do it.
Hope Father preserve you.
I hope we didn't lose a wild shape charge. Hey, have you heard of Jaheira?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You still might. You seem to admire her greatly.
There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal.
You spent all these years fighting the Shadow Curse. What'll happen once it's lifted?
Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is.
You seem super good at your job, sir. We could do with the manual labor. Okay, since of course this seems a little bit petty. Like, I'm not a huge fan of I only wish you'd join me earlier. Like, he had other shit to do, man. But this is the least, like, I don't know, snide. I only wish you'd join me earlier.
So do I. But one duty at a time.
What happened before when the Shadow Curse was unleashed?
Druids and Harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise, and after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the shadows, became part of the shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid. An inauspicious beginning.
I really like this character. It sounds like you did what you had to and saved lives. That's a very early favorite. Although, that's in the past, you faced the curse and rescued Thaniel from the Shadowfell. Because I'm not, like, I think we probably could have had this conversation earlier. Yeah, I'm going to say this one.
You're right. But the work is not yet done. Not while Ketheric Thorm still draws breath.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
I feel like I haven't gotten to know you properly yet. I want to make it clear, like, this is not a romance, but I'm curious.
It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know?
I actually like this question. Tell me something about yourself that even I wouldn't think to ask. But let's... I don't know what his response... Hey, you're quite big. Yes. Like, the best answer to this is like, yes, I am. And then that's the whole answer.
I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now.
What do you mean? He's just a big dude. We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
It's a natural question, but I don't have a good answer, I'm afraid. Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of Star Wars, and if your parents aren't famous, popular, powerful people, then there's no chance that you can ever be a famous, popular, powerful person. It's completely hereditary. You have no hope unless it's genetics. How did you come to be a druid?
I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector.
Yeah, Caroluna, straight up, I also I saw the pointed ears and just never once thought elf. Or human or orc. I just thought, like, holy shit, this is a really big dude. Like, for real, assuming that my character is 5'8" or so, like, kind of average, look at how tall. This guy's gotta be 7 feet tall. Do you have people out there somewhere, friends, family, a lover?
You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me. My line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you.
Oh. Well, everyone you knew is dead, but aren't I much better? I'm sorry for your loss.
It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable.
It's a weird thought, but I'm just going to go on record. I'm pretty sure that's blood in his hair, because it's not usually red, and that detail is just so incredible. Because, yeah, he would be mostly covered right now. This is definitely a come on, I feel like, and let's not get carried away. Circumstance brought us together. No, we're not saying either of those two things. Tell me something about yourself that I wouldn't even think to ask.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time? And I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey.
I assume you mean the non-scam variety. You're fortunate to know what you like. I wouldn't pay any attention. Oh, to what others think. Yes, that's very my character. Yes.
You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my feelings can't be hurt.
What do you whittle?
Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks.
This is more interesting than no. Like, after somebody's opened up to you, and what about you? No, nothing. Can't think of anything. I live in mortal fear of krakens, though I've never actually seen one.
Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe. Anytime.
I don't know if we want him to remain at camp. Okay, and actually he did turn back into it. I'm glad that we didn't lose that thing. I'm gonna just in case... Look, dude, there's a giant owlbear and like a little dryad kid. You've got to have something to say about that.
But quite the cozy setup you have here.
Nope.
I'll just...
Okay. I don't think we've talked with Astarion. They're gonna have some commentary on Halsin, I think.
I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked.
He does tend to draw the fire. I never asked, are you Cazador's only spawn, or are there others like you?
Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
I really do want to have him in the party more often. It's just... So the thing is, Astarion brings a lot of things that my own character brings. Not, you know, he's better at stealth, but now I can also sneak attack and pick locks and disarm traps. So he just doesn't... I really like him, like, the biting and the stuff, but it's just harder.
A savvy move recruiting Halsin to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve.
Okay, I think we talked with Shadowheart about Halsin.
These lands may not be under the thrall of Lady Shah for much longer. No matter. She wishes for Ketheric Thorn to be punished. Her darkness was a blessing offered before he betrayed her. She can redirect her powers elsewhere once he is cast down.
Halsin is one hench elf. I'm impressed. I'm glad he's on our side.
Maybe it'll bring us closer. Halsin is such a delight. Woe to the cultist who tangles with that thick hunk of an elf.
Okay, we already had this conversation. Yeah. Stuff. But look at that. We got Thaniel back on his feet, did a couple fights with him, and boy, thank God. Can you imagine if we hadn't been able to keep the portal open for Halsin? I had no idea that we had a future party member at risk there, much less like putting what's-his-face back together. I mean, I thought that we would get the kid back, but like he seems really key to it. So there we go. Very, very fun episode. We'll see you again in the next one. Until then, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.